Hi everyone, it's Marlene. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Back, I think it was in November, we had the VIB Sephora sale, and I didn't buy many products during that sale. But I thought that I would come back and I would let you know, give you an update on how the products have worked out, if I would repurchase them, if they were a total flop, or if I returned them. So let's get right into it. I purchased the Saint and Sinner palette by Mundy. And when I first purchased it, I told you that I really loved all the shades here. I said that I was going to get a lot of use out of them, out of this palette. And I have to tell you, I have loved this palette. And I know that it looks a bit scary. I've seen some creators that have depotted them. I've seen pictures on Instagram from lots of people that have depotted them and placed them in the order or really what made sense to them. When I look at this palette, maybe it's just the way my brain works. I look at the mattes and I look at what I want to use for my transition or I want to use for my crease, and my eye just automatically goes to that shade. So for example, this one down here or this brown or any one of these two, and that's the way I start off. And then I decide what I want for my inner corner and what I want for my crease, what pop of color I want. This palette, to me, it doesn't overwhelm me, and I just think it blends beautifully. I love the shades here. It lasts for hours and hours. It's probably one of the palettes that I have that the shades last the longest. I could apply it in the morning, and at night I still have the look. Going right along with the palettes, I purchased the Huda Beauty Obsession, and mine is the Mauve Obsessions, and it is this palette. I loved it when I purchased it. I still love it. I traveled with it. It is an all-in-one palette. If you can travel with this and not need anything else, if you're going away like I did for a few days and you don't need any other pops of color, this works perfectly because you have mattes, you have shimmers, and then you have your pops of color. You could do a very simple look, if you will, with just the two mattes, the very light and the darker one. You could add a deeper shade in your outer V, or you could add your shimmers on your lid. They last all. Another one, I hate to say it lasts all day for all of these palettes, but honestly, if they didn't last, I wouldn't be taught. I would say, I'm not going to use this because I need shadows that last at least 8 to 10 hours. Otherwise, I won't wear them. I don't retouch. I'm terrible about that. I carry, I think, a lip gloss in my purse, and that's about it. I rarely carry any makeup because I forget, and I don't have time during the day to be retouching. The shades blend beautifully. I think for $27, this was an incredible buy. If this is something that you are considering, I really don't think that you can go wrong with this palette. It's awesome, awesome little palette. In that Sephora VIB, I purchased these Marc Jacobs lip glosses. And I'm missing one in here. Oh, here it is. These are Lacquer lip glosses. They are cushiony. They're not sticky. They last. They are long lasting. They are beautiful. And the only shade that you might think, I don't know if I want to use that, is this purple one. When you apply this purple one, it doesn't show this shade. It shows as a magenta. This is no longer available. I believe it was called the Snake Charmer, and this was out during the holidays. But all of these shades are available in full size. I have repurchased a few of them in the full size because I love the way they look, I love the way they feel, and I love how long lasting they are. I mean, they don't dry down. So you're not going to have that crumbly prune looking lips as I get with the liquid lipsticks because it's a lacquer, it's a gloss. and I love these. I am so happy that I purchased them, and yeah, I think these are one of my favorite glosses. I purchased the Makeup Forever, and this is a highlight and blush duo. It's a very small, as you can see, it's very, very tiny. When I first purchased it, I thought, oh, that is, because there's only one shade. There's only one, you don't have different choices on it. I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be way too light for my skin tone. It really isn't light for my skin tone at all. It looks beautiful. The highlight is not, you can't see it from the moon if you use a light hand. It's very soft. It's not powdery. It's just a beautiful, beautiful highlight. I am so happy that I purchased this because I didn't have any, I don't have any Makeup Forever blushes or highlighters or anything like that. I thought when I first purchased it, I thought they had said that it was a limited edition, but it's, I saw it the other day on Sephora, so it's still available. I purchased the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Prism palette. I love my Modern Renaissance. I am one of the few that love the Subculture palette. I don't have a problem with it. And this palette is no different. It is not as user-friendly maybe as the Modern Renaissance because it has shades on here that not everyone may like. Just like with the Kat Von D palette, when I look at this, I look at, okay, what am I going cool or am I going warm? What am I going to use for my crease? What am I going to use for my transition? That's where I usually start. And then I go on to my pops of color, my outer V. You may go on the opposite way that I do and start with what do you want to use for your pop of color. I mix cools with warms. I don't care what the rules are. I wear what I like. And yeah, that just the way I do it. This palette is gorgeous. Another one that is so blendable. I think it is a lot easier to use than the Subculture. In that haul, I purchased the NuFACE, the facial attachment. This is for the eyes and for the sides of the mouth, and as you can see, it's in the box. And the reason for it is because this came late in November, or I think this was from my second shipment. Then I was rushing around because we were during exams at school, and I needed to get to school early. I was getting home late, and then we went on our trip. I didn't take it with me, and because we were going to be at so many different places. Then we had the accident. Bottom line, I have not taken it out. Now that things are just going back to normal once again, I will be taking it out. I think I am a firm believer that in any one of these attachments, they do not work overnight. You don't see immediate results. If you want immediate results, then probably fillers or Botox or surgery or one of those. That's going to be an immediate result. But any one of these, you need to give it some extended period of time. For me, I think 6 months is a fairly good period of time to see if one of these gadgets is truly working. I will definitely show you how I'm going to use it. I am going to be recording that video. If it's not today, I'll be recording it next weekend, and I'll show you how I use the NuFACE. But for the before and after pictures and all of that, if I do anything less than 6 months, I don't think it's fair to you. I don't think it's fair to the company either. And that should give us a pretty good idea. So, NuFACE. This was a perk. This is the Tory Burch in Azure, Blue Azure. I love it. I loved it when I got it. I still love it. It's citrusy, it's fresh, it's clean. It's everything that I love in a perfume. I will be purchasing the full size of this because I loved it so much. And the last product from that haul is the Dior Forever Concealer. I had a lot of hopes for this. I really, really did, because I love my Dior Forever foundation. This promises a lot. I don't know if it was just me. I didn't care for it. I thought the consistency is way too thick. I thought it just settled into all of my fine lines and wrinkles. Honestly, I don't think it lasted. I don't think it is full coverage. I will give them that. It is full coverage. But I think I've told you before, I don't like it when I look in the mirror and I see a concealer that has brought out every line and every wrinkle. I don't think any of us like that. This just didn't work for me. It was way too thick and just went into every line. So what I am doing with it, I didn't want to take it back because it has been, you know, over a month that I purchased it. And you know my trick, I mix it with an eye cream and it works fine. I just thin it out with the eye cream. I don't need to do anything else. So if you have a concealer like this Dior Forever, any really thick concealer, just mix it with some eye cream and you'll be fine. I will certainly not be repurchasing it. I'll use it up, but I won't purchase this again. This was my only flop in what I purchased. So that was a good thing. One is not bad. Those were my purchases from the VIB Rouge. That's my update. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, and let me know what products you purchased in the VIB sale and what really worked for you or what you thought just didn't work at all. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate every single one of you. Please support the mature community, whether they are new creators that have less than 1,000 subscribers, or anyone us here, all the way to the ones that have 40, 50, 60, 70,000 subscribers. We want to maintain our mature community strong and going. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here, your likes and your comments, and you subscribing to me and watching me on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time.